Like, why would you keep Jarrett Allen? So, look, Jarrett Allen has been mentioned in trade rumors this summer, and he's a guy that it seems like they would like to keep to for like I would want to keep him. I think it seems to work. The team looks good with Jarrett Allen. I mean, he was like a depoy candidate this past season. So for me, if I were the Cavs, I would not trade Mr. Jarrett Allen, because why would we? Why would we? There's no point. I don't see it. I don't see us getting any better. Now, I think the biggest thing is when we sit here, Jarrett Allen is probably someone that Donovan Mitchell really likes, and the Cavaliers are expected to offer, and Mitchell's expected to sign a 4-year max extension as soon as the offseason allows them. And part of that extension is to tweak the roster and to fit Donovan Mitchell, Mark Stein of the Stein Reports. And I know some people are going to be like, "Oh, what could go wrong?" By following the wishes of a star player, and that this is creating drama. But I think if NBA stars are giving their thoughts on the roster with the GM, that it's good because they're helping build the roster the way that they want. Because if you look, the team is an excellent pairing, in my opinion. They complement each other really well. And the Cavs got hit with the injury bug really bad last year, but when they were all healthy together, this team was fantastic. And the only concern with Jarrett Allen going forward is the injuries. But unless they can get an amazing return for him, I see no reason to trade him. And all the top 20 players get their inputs on teams. So my question is, if Donovan Mitchell wants Jarrett Allen to stay and Mobley needs to play the center position, do you have a talk with Donovan Mitchell and tell him that they want to keep Mobley because he's the true center, but he's limited because Allen is still there, and then you see if that's allowed? I don't know, but I think you need to just understand how the evaluation of teams' rosters and how they find players to complement one another is different depending on what each team is looking for. So, I mean, it's definitely an interesting cup of tea, and I think it's dependent on a lot of factors. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, is this something that you're expecting to be a storyline to follow? I think they keep it together, and I just don't see someone being able to give them a good enough return for them to be willing to trade Donovan Mitchell. I mean, not Donovan Mitchell, Jarrett Allen, who Donovan Mitchell wants to stay. So for me, it's just makes the most sense for them to go ahead and keep it the way that they want, because the players that they have just don't. I just don't think they're in the position to be picky, if that makes sense. I don't think they're in that position, and yeah, I think it's definitely a interesting way for everything to have developed. But I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. That's basically my thoughts on that one. I think you just keep him. Either way, ladies and gentlemen,